Welcome, everybody, to the 6th episode of Jack of All Trades here on the Great Cherry brand. I am, of course, your host, the reigning WTC World Champion and the now five-time Fan Quizzlemania Champion. Got to bring that up, don't we? And what a challenger, what a group of challengers, really, we have on this show. First of all, you know him. He was the very first ever WTC champion, the only 4-time WTC champion in the history of the program. It is good old JM, Jeff Meacham. Jeff, you haven't been on Jack of All Trades yet. You have the history with the trivia. This is a completely different animal. How you feeling, brother?
Definitely a different animal. I feel like I've walked out of the LA Zoo and walked into a safari. Just bonkers. But looking forward to it, man. It's just another great day on the Jeff Meacham Network because we're going to be simulcasting this one, so I'm very excited.
There you go. And I like to ask a question of every single one of our contestants every show, and I like to mix it up. So your question is, what is your favorite breakfast food?
Oh, wow. I mean, the cliche answer is bacon because everybody loves bacon, and bacon loves everything. But honestly, like if I'm gonna go away from traditional answer and not be lame guy, Crispix cereal.
You know what? That is a good answer. I really enjoy Crispix cereal. It's really underrated.
People lump it in the category of the shredded wheat without the frosting or the Cheerios, whatever. It's got that taste to it that you just don't know why you like it, but you do.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it's because we're adults. I don't know. But
yeah, really I mean, if you asked me this 20 years ago, Reese's Puffs, and I have diabetes. Cool.
All right, Jeff, I'm going to send you to the back and we'll introduce the contestants. Well, I got to do it. Next up, we have the website, I want to say producer, manager, one of those, of WrestleTalk, one of 3 participants from WrestleTalk today. And I forgot to ask your name before the show, so I hope I don't screw this up. Liam Winnard, is that correct? You're muted also.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, that's fine. Winnard is usually...
Winnard, okay.
Whatever. I realize Jeff is very confident, and Tempest is Tempest. So I'm not expecting huge things. If I beat Andy, I will be happy.
I was going to say, this is not super trivia heavy this episode, so it's a completely different animal than normal trivia matches. But just for the record, a Jeff Meacham versus Tempest match is something that I want to see as far as wrestling trivia goes. But that's for another time. Liam, I have to ask you, what is your favorite breakfast food?
I don't really eat breakfast, but when I do, usually at the weekend, just a full English: eggs, bacon, sausages, beans, toast, everything, hash browns. If you're gonna have breakfast, make a proper effort. Is my philosophy.
Absolutely. All right, Liam, I'm gonna send you to the back, and we'll see you in just a little bit. Now, ladies and gentlemen, really excited about this guest. He is a former Quizzlemania Tag Team Champion, and he is the current reigning and defending 3 times over Quizzlemania Champion. Can he become the Jack of All Trades Champion today? Ladies and gentlemen, it's WrestleTalk's Tempest, representing LIW. What's up?
As Liam said, Tempest is Tempest, and I am Tempest. So I'm doing quite well, Greg. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Pleasure to have you, as always, and good luck to you on today's show. I have to ask you, just like I asked everybody else, what is your favorite breakfast food?
I had to think about it for a second, because I also, I don't change up breakfast very often, but if I have to have the best breakfast I can, and I often have this, Christmas morning, perfect breakfast, it's got to be Eggs Benedict, the hollandaise sauce, and a nice English muffin. It doesn't get any better than that. It really doesn't.
Sounds delightful. All right, Tempest, I will send you to the back, and we'll see you in a minute. And, of course, you can't have this episode of Jack of All Trades without the reigning, defending, first ever WTC Jack of All Trades champion. He just claims all the firsts all the time. He's the first ever Quizzlemania champion. Now he's the first ever Jack of All Trades champion. It's Andy Datson. Andy, welcome to the gauntlet that I have thrown down for you.
Thank you very much. I don't think I'm going to win. I don't think I'm going to retain my title. The only sort of bit of solace I've got is the fact that you said again that it's not very trivia heavy, which might suggest that I have a chance. But yeah, I as peeling back the curtain, I was late for this stream. I completely lost track of time. And when I noticed that it was time for the stream, I was in such a rush that I managed to cut my finger on my microphone. So I'm literally bleeding to win this title back.
Yes, the blood, sweat, and tears of Jack of all trades. He is busted wide open. Now, Andy, as I asked everybody else, what is your favorite breakfast food?
It's got to be like sort of buttermilk pancakes with some fresh fruit and a bit of cream. It's a rare treat, but I just love it. I can't get enough.
There you go. My wife is a big pancakes person. I'm more of a French toast person myself, but I've lately done like the scrambled eggs, the bacon, some fresh fruit, stuff like that. Just a good mix of stuff. All right, Andy, I will bring everybody back as soon as I take you out of the stream, and then I'll bring everybody back. So there you go.
So should I talk like this? I feel out of place.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the rules of the game if you don't know them already. We will have 4 rounds, and whoever has the highest score at the end of the game is the Jack of all trades champion. Now, we have a brand new round that we're introducing today. Crossing my fingers that it is not a complete disaster like the last round. That was a complete disaster, but you live, you learn. So we are going to kick things off, as we always do, with my favorite title round. It's Stop the Damn Match.
Jeez.
So here's how it works. I'm going to give you a category, and you have to list me one thing that fits that category, and I'll have everybody flip their notebooks or whatever around at the same time to see if anybody matches. If you get an answer correct, you get 3 points. But here's the catch. If anybody matches, all the people who match get nothing. So you need a unique answer to our categories. So that being said, is everybody ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yahoo.
Right. Well, let's kick it off with our first category. Current championships in Impact Wrestling. Not champions, championships.
Oh, good. I thought they said champions, and I thought, I don't know.
And I'll give this little note to everybody watching out there. Obviously, this is taped, but we appreciate any super chat that you send in. We will read all of those out at the end of the show. Thank you very much for joining us, as always. Give you guys about 15 more seconds on that. It's one of those that's relatively easy, but at the same time, it's not.
This is showing, hey, you guys don't
As
watch
always,
Impact. We know you don't watch Impact, so.
It's trying to... Sorry, no, I'm probably lagging. So everyone starts talking, I'm then going to interrupt accidentally. But yeah, it's basically just trying to figure out what other people aren't going to write.
That's pretty much it.
I'm very much trying to metagame this round. I'm like reverse psychologying myself out of specific answers.
That makes sense. All right.
The Uno game from hell in his head.
All right. Everybody answers up in 3, 2, 1. Knockouts tag team titles, Knockouts championship, and Andy and Liam both have the Impact World Championship. They overthought it.
Andy and I are both too smart. We're both too smart for our own good. That's the problem.
Well,
So Jeff and
it's
Tempest
funny.
get the first points.
It's funny, as we're taping this, had it been the day before, the 2 days before we taped this, you could have said the TNA World Championship, TNA Heavyweight Championship has still been correct. So I almost went there, but it's not true anymore. So
Nope, it's history now. All right, your next question, and this is slightly more trivia-ish, but not really. Years that featured No Way Out pay-per-views in WWE.
No idea.
A lot more to choose from.
Now this one's a little bit more expansive than the championship. There's more than like 5 or 6 years that this happened. So
right. Bigger, you can't see it, or it's damn small.
Liam and I are quite close off stream, and so that's why I think we're just going to be saying the same things every single round.
that's not going to benefit you this round. I'll tell you that much. All right. Does everybody have an answer?
Si, senor.
All right.
Don't know if it's right.
Okay. Answers up in 3, 2, 1. 2009, 98, 2003, 2007. 2009, I do not believe is a correct answer. I believe that was the first year of the Elimination Chamber.
It is correct.
You were wrong, sir. It is correct. That was the last No Way Out.
That was the last No Way Out.
Both.
Okay. Then that
They're
was my
right.
mistake.
They're right.
Good thing my title's not on the line. 2007 is correct. Everybody has a point. Everybody has a point. I don't know
I was
why.
thinking of going 2012 for the 1 year they brought it back.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually,
I basically went No Way Out, and then
Go ahead,
go
Andy.
ahead, Andy.
You're fine.
I was going to say, I basically just started going through my head, No Way Out, 2006, No Way Out, 2000, until one that sounded right in my head. And I was like, yeah, I think that's probably one in that year then.
I was just trying to go with the one that, like, the least important stuff happened at.
What, you didn't care for, 2003, right?
Yeah.
You didn't care for the Jeff Hardy Jericho opener?
I didn't care for Triple H and Scott Steiner, no.
Oh, nobody did.
To be fair to 2003, if it wasn't for that pay-per-view, I wouldn't have bought the Evanescence CD that summer, because that's the first time I heard that song. So
I was just going to say, Bring Me to Life. Very good promo package.
Which made for a great promo package for Hunter and Steiner, and then they had to wrestle.
Yep.
Austin
And then the belt
Bischoff,
rang.
another classic. All right,
Yep.
next up, Miro's TNT title defenses.
Uh-oh.
I can't remember. I've drawn complete blank.
Oh, Datson. Like, I'm confident in all my
I said it wasn't
answers.
going to be trivia.
This was like
I
3
think
weeks
that
ago.
this is recent enough that it's not so much trivia. I mean, it's within the last calendar year or so.
Within the last 3 months.
Yeah. Just shows how much you pay attention to AEW, I guess.
I'm surprised I can only think of like a couple. I thought I'd be able to get more.
All right. Andy, let
I've
me know when you have
completely
an
drawn
answer.
a blank. I don't even think this is right. Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Answers up in 3, 2, 1. Dante Martin, Fuego del Sol, Will Hobbs. Will Hobbs is not one of them. Fuego del Sol just
Didn't
happened
think
in Pittsburgh, and Dante Martin was actually his first title defense. And Jeff doesn't have any idea, so points to Tempest and Liam.
Who else?
Could
Was
also said Lance Archer at the pay-per-view.
Pillman.
Oh.
I just remember.
Oh, yeah.
See, I thought Lance Archer, but then I was like, no, but why would he then lose and then immediately become the United States champion in New Japan? So I out-stupided myself.
It was to get the belt onto Tanahashi, Andy.
which I found terrible. It's like, really, Archer transitional? That's bull.
Good old horseshoe Tanahashi. All right. This one, all four of you should know. It's just going to be difficult for you not to match. WWE's 4 Horsewomen. You know them all. It's just who you're not going to match with.
Should we just all agree to get points and just I'll take Bailey?
But the thing is, if you all get points, it's like none of you get points. So it really doesn't benefit you.
I'll take Bailey. Liam, you take Sasha, and everyone else can take Sasha too.
Yeah, there you go.
No, Greg will take Sasha after. I mean, never mind.
I mean, that's fair.
Greg always gets the Sasha.
I don't want to put myself in the Sasha Stan category because they're a little crazy, but I am a big fan of Sasha Banks.
Yes.
No one else go for Bailey.
All right. Answers up in 3, 2, 1. Sasha, Becky, Bailey, Andy, and Tempest get the points.
I
Charlotte.
I realize I've written in hieroglyphics. I do apologize. That will happen.
I figured that one would be beneficial. I did big 4 pay-per-views last time. And this one, sorry, Andy, is a little more trivia-ish. Actually, I'm going to reword this.
Oh, no.
Here we go. Superstars with at least 5 SummerSlam losses.
Oh, Christ. Okay. I mean, I was going to assume. See, I think Liam and I are sitting here going, I don't know, he's probably lost a lot. And the other two are sitting here going, well, he lost here, and here. Yes, I think those are the only times he's lost.
Easy, right in there.
I'm just assuming this person's lost because they lose all the time.
But have they lost at SummerSlam all the time? That's the question. All right. Answers up. Answers up in 3, 2, 1. Dolph Ziggler, John Cena, Jeff Hardy, Dolph Ziggler. Jeff Hardy, I believe, is on the
Can we just turn this into a tag team?
And John Cena has the most SummerSlam losses at 9. Dolph Ziggler was actually a correct answer, but you both had it.
Excellent.
So you all did well. It's just Andy and Liam decided that they want to answer the same way.
We're actually competing as a duo.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
I hate to tell you, as a duo, you're still behind. But
good.
The fact that Cena and Ziggler were both right there is a terrible reflection on WWE creative. That's a whole other story for a whole other day.
All right. The scores as they stand after the first round. In joint third place with 6 points, it's our champion, Andy Datson and Liam. In second place with 9 points, it's Jeff Meacham. And in first place with a perfect 15, it's Tempest. As we go on to our next round, which this is a round that Andy actually likes, it's time for some arm wrestling.
Oh, dear.
So here's how this works. And I'm going to take this off because I'm actually going to do these live on the air.
I do like this.
Yeah, so as I explain every show, as a kid, as a nervous habit, I always used to wrestle with my arms. I would act like this arm was a wrestler, and I would act like this arm was a wrestler, and I would do various moves with my arms. You guys have to figure out which move I'm doing.
Oh,
the correct answer is 3 points.
All right.
I have the list of moves that I have to do, and I'm going to full screen myself because that'll make it way easier than looking at me in the
I don't think it will make a difference to me, to be honest.
Well, it might not. Who knows? But here you go. I'll do the move a maximum of 3 times. So here you go. Here's the first one.
What in the world?
This is the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And you guys are
We're like
British.
doing sign language.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Can you do it one more time? It froze for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Say,
one more
sorry.
time.
Okay. I think I got it after that one. Oh, it could be one of two things.
You think you've got it?
Yeah.
What a lunatic.
Yeah. No, I see what he's going for. Okay. Let's go.
I'm realizing the more I do this round, the harder it's going to be to come up with different ones. All right, I'm going to go to everybody individually once they're ready. Everybody have an answer in.
Oh, I thought I'd like this round.
Yes.
I'm not
Yes.
yes. this round at all.
All right, so Jeff, I'm going to go to you first. Who do you have? You have Top Rope Hurricane Rana. All right, we're going to go to Liam next.
A little bit similar. I went for the Panama Sunrise.
Panama Sunrise.
Panama.
Tempest.
Liam, buddy. I went for the Panama Sunrise.
Oh,
Panama
wow.
Sunrise. And Andy Datson.
I thought I saw a spin in there, so I went Blue Thunder Bomb.
Blue Thunder Bomb. So I'm torn whether or not to give points because technically the correct answer is Canadian Destroyer. And the Panama Sunrise is a version of the Canadian Destroyer.
No,
I think you should
No.
because
no.
I got it right and therefore I want points.
Well, since I'm wrong, I'll go ahead and be impartial guy here and say technically it is the same move. So I would award the points for me.
No, as the champion, I wouldn't.
You showed up late, so that's your privilege
Right.
for today gone.
Yeah.
Your tardiness has cost you, sir.
That's 3 points to Liam and Tempest.
Yay!
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna sweep this quiz.
Well, we'll see.
I am shocked I got that right.
All right, here is the next one.
I can't even see your fingers. Jesus.
Easy. 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 Easy.
What?
How is that easy?
I'm nuts, guys. I appreciate the nuance of your performance, Greg.
Thank you. I've had like 25 years of practice.
No
doing
idea.
it.
I got all of them right last time we did this.
You did get all of them right. That's right. You're not going to like the next round, I'll tell you that much.
Now I'm second guessing it. I think it could be one of two things, but I'm pretty confident in this one.
I don't think I'm right, but I've got no idea what else it could possibly be.
All right. Everybody have answers in.
Well, okay, go ahead.
I forgot the name of the move, but I've just named it after someone.
Okay. I might be able to accept that if I accept the
Interpretive dance is the thing today. That's it. Yeah, there you go. That's it.
I'll go to the champ first. Andy, what do you got?
Tommaso Ciampa's finisher, the one where he sort of lifts people up and slams them down.
Tommaso
straight up
Ciampa's
I don't know
pedigree.
what it's called.
The fairy tale ending.
The
There
fairy
you
tale
go.
ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff, I'll go to you next.
Nothing. I have no friggin' idea what the hell you're doing.
That seems par for the course. Tempest,
Wait a minute.
Kill switch / unprettier.
Unprettier, kill switch. Liam,
Brian and I are matching this round, apparently.
well, unfortunately, everyone is incorrect.
Oh, it's the vertebraker, isn't it?
It is the vertebraker.
That's a biscuit. Always go with your gut, Meacham. Gosh darn it.
Jeff, you should know
I
this
was-
after 4 years of WTC.
I
Go
know.
with the gut.
I know.
See, I
was
thought
definitely
it was
going for
that,
Adverter
but I was like, I have no idea what that's called, and that seems unusual. So I don't think he's going to do that.
Yeah.
So
Vertebraker is
yeah.
exactly
I
what it
just
was.
also
Mother
couldn't remember the name.
trucker.
Yeah, I did the kill switch last episode, so I wasn't going to repeat it.
Son of an unnamed goat.
A dent in Tempest armor, although he's still in the lead. All right, next one. This one,
There
everybody.
goes the sweep.
Yeah, there goes the sweep. You jinxed yourself, Tempest.
I did.
Here's the next one.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. I don't know. I have no idea.
One more. This is actually very easy for me, not having to do this in post.
Yeah. Or if I'm ready to do the actual move in post, which is always an adventure.
I have no idea.
Oh, man, Andy, I thought this was a layup, man.
Well, I didn't know what the elbow was. Like,
Well,
It
you
also
said
does
Macho
keep
Man
freezing.
elbow last time, and that was exactly what it was.
I know, but you were bouncing on your elbow. I don't know.
Oh, the struggle is real.
All right. We are going to go in reverse order this time. Tempest, what do you got?
Sweet chin mucus.
What on earth?
New music. Liam,
I went with the worm/caterpillar.
the worm.
It looked like you were doing this.
Jeff,
I'm glad somebody else saw the worm besides me. I was feeling like a complete jagoff.
There
So
we go.
and Mr. Datson.
I was going to do the worm, but then I thought the stomping bit, and I actually Sweet Chin Music
wow.
after writing Bull Ham.
The correct
Oh,
answer is Sweet Chin Music. It is Sweet
He's
Chin.
tuning up the band.
Well, yeah, it was one of the two, and I should have gone with the Greg Cherry obvious answer, and I didn't, and I feel
Yeah,
bad.
go with HBK, brother.
But you know, the way you did the thing, like you were doing the worm, and then, you know. Oh,
The worm's a whole nother bet. I'll do that on a future one.
do the actual worm on the air. I will super chat
Yeah,
you
I
all the
can't-
things.
Yeah, I'm in my mid-30s. I'm gonna pull something. Not that Scotty didn't still do it, but
I was gonna say, oh, well, of course, Scotty's in freaking Scott Garland shape, not Greg Cherry, Jeff Meacham shape. So you know.
all right. Next one.
Okay.
Lord.
Oh,
How's
what's it called?
Get with you, Greg Cherry.
Well,
I'm writing answers quickly because, like, I'm just guessing. There's no point me trying to analyze.
Might be overthinking this.
yeah, I'm worrying if I'm trying to think about the angle of the person falling down too much.
Precisely.
It hinges on how skilled is Greg in this.
Like I said, I've had 25 years of practice being a very nervous person. Probably more than that, honestly.
Quite curious.
I think this round would be awesome for Quizzlemania because nobody would understand what the
I think
hell's
Yeah.
I think I've misnamed it, and everyone's going to laugh at me.
Well, we'll see. All right, we are going to start with Liam.
I went with the Stundog Millionaire.
Stundog Millionaire. Jeff.
Okay, there we go.
No idea.
No friggin' idea. I could I don't know if it's my eyes or what, but I couldn't really think it out.
All right. Andy Datson.
Well, I wrote Michinoku Driver, and I was like, no, but that's not what it's called. And I said, oh, AA, depending on the angle. That's not really. That's.
Well,
something I wrote.
pick. I was going to say pick one of the two. Which one
He's
do you
probably
want to go
be disqualified for writing two answers.
with? Because those are
I'll
two
go-
completely different moves.
Yeah, I know. I just forgot what it was called. I'll do that.
You'll do the Michinoku Driver? Okay.
I think he's thinking of something else.
Tempest.
Yeah.
I wrote Death Valley Driver.
Well, Andy, you should have went with the other one. It was the AA.
Oh,
But he put it in front of him. It looked like he had his shoulders and then flipped it in front.
Yeah, but if you're on the
I agree.
shoulders, the Michinoku driver's the slam. On the shoulders is the AA.
so I'm gonna edit this part out of the show when I put it on my channel next week because I can't have that go out that I missed the AA
No,
answer.
but the AA is on the shoulders and then sideways. That looked like on the shoulders and then forwards.
But he doesn't land sideways. He lands like facing the person.
I think I should be given 20 points.
I don't know if it would help you at this point. And again, I'm torn with Tempest because technically the AA is a version of the Death Valley Driver, but
Nah, I don't need more points. You don't need to give me a freebie.
Now he's made us look bad for begging for points earlier.
all right. And the final move
Thank God.
before we get on to something that Andy will really like. Here it is.
Said that last time.
What the shit just happened?
I am completely baffled.
Yeah. I got you.
I can at least guess the other ones.
No, I got you.
Oh, I have no idea.
Somewhere T-Fame is yelling at his house, being like, I know what it is.
Technically, Tempest, as a trained wrestler, has a massively unfair advantage.
Well,
I'm
you
sure
know who else
he
has
trains
you
in
know who
army or
else has an
something.
unfair advantage? People who watch wrestling.
Man.
That's true. See, that's why I'm losing.
Well, at least you were the first, you know. We still have 2 rounds. It can change. All right. Andy, I'll start with you. What do you got?
It was a knife edge chop.
Knife edge chop. Jeffrey. Limp noodle driver. All right. Liam.
I don't know. I feel like it was some kind of ripcord thing, so I put ripcord knee.
Ripcord knee. And Tempest, I feel like, is going to get this one.
Go to sleep.
And he's absolutely correct. It is the go to sleep. Guys, think of the day we're taping this.
Yeah,
Yep, very topical.
good point. It is Friday.
I do go to
Very
sleep on Fridays, so makes sense.
Context for those of you watching at home the next week. Rampage hasn't even aired yet, so you know.
Yeah, we're taping this before Rampage goes live. So,
Sure.
All right. The scores as they stand now.
Oh God.
In joint second place with 9 points, it's Andy Datson, Liam, and Jeff Meacham.
Excellent.
In first place with 24 points, it's Tempest. We might not get to the 4th round, which sucks because I put a lot of work into it. But the next round, Andy's just going to shake his head at me. But I like this round. It's Songa.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yes, it is entrance themes in video game form.
Oh,
And you have to tell me what entrance theme it is. You don't have to tell me the name of the song. It's not a Spotify round. You just have to tell me whose theme it is.
Ooh.
And they're very short clips of them, so
Oh my
they're only
God.
about 5 seconds apiece.
Oh.
There is a little bit of a delay with the video. There's like a little bit of an intro, and then the music plays. So if you don't hear it right away, that's why. So let's see how you guys do with our first song.
I heard that. Okay, I got it now. Thank you.
I'm not confident in my answer anymore.
I mean, does that make it easier? Because then I don't have to put up the video.
That would be tremendous. Yes, please do that.
Okay. All right, that's how I'm doing the rest of the round. That's actually good to know because then that saves me a lot of putting together those video files, which doesn't take a lot of time.
You and I talked about that when you were making me the guinea pig for these different rounds. I was like, dude, this round's going to be killer if people have lags like I do. So,
yeah. So
Jeff just got it straight away, and I feel like that's bad.
all right, here we go.
all right.
Yeah, I don't know what song goes like that.
All right. I am going to you first, Andy.
Ultimate Warrior. It's not.
Ultimate Warrior. Jeffrey.
Heart Foundation / Bret Hart was my answer.
Liam.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. And Tempest.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Bret Hart. I figured I'd trip you guys up on Bret Hart because it does sound similar, but it's not Bret Hart. It's Shawn Michaels.
Interesting.
This round is going to be impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shawn Michaels' song doesn't.
I know, even though I know the answer now.
To be fair, that was a direct rip from a WWE video game.
Nice.
All right.
All right, the next one. Here it is.
Turn just a little bit.
I only heard the end there.
Did you do it one more time, Greg? I'm sorry.
Yep. Hold on.
God.
Is this the actual Sega intro?
Right?
I don't know.
This is. I'll tell you this much. This is another direct rip from a WWE video game.
I know this. Like, God, the name's right. Oh, I hate this shit.
I
You need
thought
it
I
one
was going to
more time.
like this round.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
now
know.
I got it.
Oh, Jeff thinks he's
What do
got
you
it.
mean you've got it?
I should have freaking
If
get
I-
my
if I
memory
can-
banks
if
to
I can
kick in.
tell-
All I remember is woo at the end.
All right.
If I can
I'm
tell
ready.
from what Jeff wrote, Jeff's got it. Which I'm pretty sure I got it. So, Tempest, I'll go to you first.
I haven't really got a clue, so I went with Bailey.
Bailey. Liam.
I put The Undertaker. I've thrown that on the floor.
Oh, now we're throwing shit.
That's how confident I am in my answer. I put The Undertaker.
You throw it away. Andy.
Oh, Andy.
Really?
Andy is lagging today. Major tech issues.
Oh, hang on.
Kurt Angle. Okay. And Jeff, which I believe has the right answer because I saw part of it. Yep. It's Bam Bam Bigelow.
I don't
His
think
heel
I've ever heard
theme.
Bam Bam Bigelow's song.
Hey, you know, don't hate on the Bammer just because Vince couldn't book him.
Well, he's also been
man.
dead for how many years? All right.
And
The next song is more recent. I'll say that much.
Good.
So, who is this?
Oh, I know it.
I know it too.
I know the answer to a question.
Oh, dear. When everyone in WWE has a generic entrance song, they all blend together.
You need it one more time, Tempest and Andy.
Sure, why not?
All right. Here it is.
If I'm wrong, I'm going to look stupid because I was so happy, but I don't think I am.
Yeah. Let Liam go last, but then I'll go second to last because everybody in the room but me should get it, I think.
All
I
right,
may have found around to stomp Tempest. He's gonna love when he's in the tournament and I give him Spotify questions.
Oh yeah.
Spotify questions are the devil. They
Hey,
just are.
they've been around since season 1, so that's why I still use them.
I said what I said.
I know. Hey, you got one last time.
Oh wow, one whole one. Well, there you go. Out of how many years of history I've been doing this damn show?
I meant your last match. I didn't mean in general.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. Going to go with Tempest first. Tempest, what do you got?
I haven't got the slightest hint of a clue, so I wrote Chad Gable.
Nice.
Chad Gable. The African-American Chad Gable.
Yep.
If you know, you know. Andy.
I heard something that sounded a bit like The Rock.
The Rock. Mr. Meacham. Paige. And Liam. It is Paige.
Yay.
I honestly couldn't tell you what Paige's thing is.
For the sky. Oh.
All right.
Nope.
The next one. We got 2 more in this round.
Stop it.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you a beat from Paige's song after like the first 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Next song. I hope everybody gets this one. This might be
Don't
the
say
last.
that.
Yeah, I know. I jinxed everybody. Here it is.
Apparently, I just don't know entrance music.
You definitely did jinx yourself, Greg, because like definitely like a Mega Man remix on steroids.
Yeah.
Jesus. Play it again, please.
Sounds awful.
Well, it's supposed to. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I feel like I have an idea. I've forgotten the guy's name.
Oh, jeez.
Who I think it is.
They just come to you, Jeff?
Yep.
Well, I've forgotten his name. Hopefully you realize who I'm talking about.
I don't think I could do well in this round if it was like a clip from the real song.
Well, now that I'm monetized, I can't play the real song.
Right. Not a bad problem to have, though.
It's not a bad problem to have. Not at all. All right.
By the way, does the mic being here make me sound any easier?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good.
All right. Andy, I'm sure you don't have any clue, but an answer
It
at
was
all.
quite obviously Kelly.
Holla. Tempests.
Let's say free mode.
Free mode. Bestie. Liam.
I feel like it was some comment. I put Chris Nowinski.
Chris Nowinski. That's a deep cut.
Wow, yeah.
Jeff. Whoa. Jeff is right again.
Hey.
Oh my god. Picking the least memorable parts of the songs.
That's the point. It's not supposed to be easy, Tempest.
I'm listening out thinking this is the beginning of the song going, I don't recognize this at all.
Just in time for the last of this round. Here it is.
All right, I got that one. I know that
Oh,
one.
no.
That one.
Andy and I are both lost.
Yeah, we'll play it again.
Oh, I feel like I recognize it a little bit, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
No.
Easy as pie.
Well,
Needed to win some points in this round at some point.
yeah. Better late than never. I think
Andy
Andy's
is-
frozen now.
Andy has turned into Jeff. There we go. Oh, he's back.
Goodness me.
Saw him move.
He's in 144p.
Hey, is he back?
Let's hope. Sort of, maybe. Oh God.
I can never tell if he's frozen or just like sitting still.
Mm-hmm.
He's had a blank stare in his face for pretty much this entire round. So
Yeah.
Good. It's me, Andy. You're a broadcaster. How is your internet consistently this terrible?
Because he's borrowing from the Jeff Meacham School of Internet.
Well, Andy's disqualified now. That's it. So
Oh man. I'm sure he had the right answer.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure it was.
There he is.
There he is. He's
I've
back.
tried on my phone. My laptop is so broken, apparently.
Yeah,
You-
it's actually
You've
way
been
better.
saying that for like 9 months. Just get Ollie to get you a new laptop.
He won't get me a new one. You tell him.
You use this as proof.
Oy vey.
All right.
Your
So-
phone, your phone is so much better quality. You should have just used that.
I realise
Use
that
that for
now.
the entire episode. Do you need to hear that again, Andy?
No. There's no. I'll tell you what. Should we restart the whole quiz and we'll go from
okay.
here?
I'll get right on that. I'm not in the middle of my workday. All right. So, Andy, do you have a guess?
No.
Okay.
Good.
Just save time that way. Tempest.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
That's
Liam.
not what I wrote.
Randy Orton. Jeffrey. It is the reigning Intercontinental Champion, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, yeah. He is, isn't he?
Unless it's a match at SummerSlam that we don't know happens.
I mean, if he gets randomly thrown into a SummerSlam match that we're not aware of. But
I did not hear Nakamura's theme at all.
all right. At the end of that round, in last place with 9 points, it's the reigning defending Jack of all trades champion, Andy Datson. In third place with 12 points, it's Liam Winnard. In second place with 21 points, it's Jeff Meacham. And in first place with 27 points, it's Tempest. So it is still, as has been said, all to play for as we go into our final round, which is a brand new round, and it was actually inspired by an interview with Adam Blampier. It's time for Hangman Pay Jack.
Oh, dear.
Oh dear.
It's basically Hangman without it's Wheel of Fortune without the wheel, which is basically Hangman. So here's what's going to happen. I am going to take everybody but one person off the screen, and you guys are going to have to give me letters to solve a puzzle. The top point value in this round is 20 points. For every letter that you guess, you lose a point. And if you solve the puzzle with however many points you have left, that's how many points you get. So, Andy, in theory, you still have a chance to win.
Okay.
Everybody has a chance to win. And since you were in last place, you were going first. So I'm going to take everybody out of the stream except you and myself. So Tempest is going by, Liam's going by, Jeff is going by. So I will share my screen. So what you are going to do is you're going to try and solve this puzzle, obviously guessing letters.
What does the bottom bit say? It's hiding.
Oh, I'll take that away. It is before and after.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so I know I don't know. You guys have Wheel of Fortune over in the UK, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this a typical puzzle? I haven't watched a lot of Wheel of Fortune UK.
Do I have to buy a vowel?
You don't. It's basically any letter you call, you lose. So consonant, vowel.
Right. Okay. I was trying to be really smart and trying to figure it out before I guessed anything, but I'm going to go with E.
E. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Okay. So 19.
A.
A. There you go.
Oh, come on. I.
I.
D.
D. That's a good one.
Well, I thought the only word that I know that has IA is the next second two letters is diamond. Oh, what's diamond? Oh. Well, I know what the second two words are, but I don't know what the first one is. Well, I mean, because I'm pretty sure it's diamond cutter, but
You have to figure out the first word.
T.
T.
It's not going to help until I get the first word. S. Is everyone in? I can't see anyone else. They probably think this is really obvious. C. Why is it before and after?
Before and after is because there's a connecting word in there. Like both the phrases in here use the same word.
This is epic. Sorry, people are watching me think now. C. Oh. L.
There's no L.
Happy Christmas. R. Oh. H.
There's no H.
N. What? It's not. Was it Simon Diamond Cutter?
That's what it is. It's Simon Diamond Cutter.
Who's Simon?
Simon Diamond is a former wrestler in ECW.
Oh,
He wrestled in TNA briefly.
I didn't know that.
9 points. All out
Oh,
for the time being. 9 points for Andy Datson.
it's a good round, though. I like the idea. I just don't know who Simon Diamond is.
It's okay. All right, Andy, I'm going to take you out of this stream and bring in Liam.
Hello.
Liam, you were in third place, so you will be handling the next puzzle. And the next puzzle is song lyrics.
Oh,
So
God.
you will be starting with the 20 points, and when you're ready, start choosing letters.
A.
To A?
Yeah. That's not helpful. I was waiting for you to click more. S.
I was making sure I didn't have to.
Excellent. E.
E, you said?
Yeah.
You're just killing it at this point.
What on? This is impossible. O.
Oh, you'll get more with this one.
Okay. I was thinking there have to be vowels somewhere. I.
I.
Okay. L.
L.
Great. F.
F. That's actually going to help you out quite a bit, I think.
Okay. Oh. Fight for what's right. Fight for your life.
And with 13 points, very well done.
Yay.
Nicely done. 13 points to Liam. Very nicely done. Of course,
I'll
those
take
are
that.
the lyrics to The Undertaker's theme. I'm kidding. It's Hulk Hogan. Wondered if I was going to catch anybody off guard with that. But yes, 13 points.
I got the guessing F. If I hadn't have guessed F, that would have took ages.
Oh, F was a big one. All right. I'm going to take you out, and I'm going to bring in Jeff Meacham. Jeff, how you doing?
So, the people watching this back next week are going to lose their nut if they're an ECW fan because, like, seriously, with Simon Diamond, it's like, say M.O. going to get the puzzle.
Everybody yelling at the
How does he get the Hulkster song and not me? Yeah,
because you're in second place, and that's the order I have them
I
in.
know. I'm just... Shit, don't mind me.
All right, Jeff. You also have a before and after puzzle, so here you go.
Before and after. Oh. All right, here we go. Let's start with E.
E.
Yes. S.
S.
R.
There is no R.
Balls. T. Money in the bank statement.
There you go. 16 points for Jeff Meacham. Nicely done.
I may hate Pat Sajak, but I love the game. So
All right. And now I'm going to bring in the man who is now in second place, Tempest. Take you out and bring in Tempest. Tempest. So you have to get this you have to get 10 points to tie. I think it's doable. Here's your puzzle. It is a quotation.
All right. Oh. E.
If you can believe it, there's no E.
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. T. What? N. A. Oh my God. That second word I've thought has been like 6 different things. H. I guess.
This should help.
So this isn't blank to blank. All right, so I'll say S.
You realistically have 2 letter guesses before you have to make a guess to tie.
This isn't blank to blank. M.
There is no M.
I have no idea what this is. P.
There is no P. So
Oh, there you go. I've got no idea.
Well, I'll give you a minute to look at it to see if you can pull it out, because this would put you in a tie with Jeff if you got it.
I've got no clue. L. Is the last word plaid? I don't know. Isn't something to? It's not claim. F.
You're going to kick yourself.
This isn't fair to Flair.
8 points. The
There
classic
you go.
1992 Rumble call. This isn't fair to Flair. Good old Bobby Heenan. All right. Bringing everybody back into the stream to give the final point totals.
Oh, Tempest.
Okay. Well, let me give to you the final scores now that that round is over. In last place with 18 points, the former now WTC Jack of all trades champion, Andy Datson. In third place with a respectable 25, it's Liam.
I did say I would be happy if I beat Andy. So
Well, you did. So there you go. In second place with 35, it's Tempest, meaning the winner and new WTC Jack of all trades champion with 37 points. Oh my gosh, he's back. Jeff Meacham. The Wheel of Fortune stuff paid off for you. And now you are the champion. And yes, the audio does sound terrible now that I hear it. So I feel like I should just cut to the post show and hopefully, Jeff, you'll be there. So we'll talk about this after. Everybody join us in the post show and we will see how everybody feels about this. See you in a minute.